and welcome to Frederick W. Hartnett Middle School's induction ceremony of the National Junior Honor Society. My name is Brendan Folster, and as the National Junior Honor Society's president, it is my pleasure to introduce the 2024-2025 new inductees to you, as well as say farewell to our current NJHS members. I would like to take a moment and say thank you to all the parents and guardians who provide support, guidance, love, and encouragement to all of us. I would also like to thank our teachers, administrators, and staff for their contributions and unwavering dedication to this program. I hope you enjoy the ceremony.
Good morning. Could you all stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Representative Soter, Dr. DeFalco, Mrs. Giuffre, Dr. Lepore, Ms. Finnegan, members of the faculty, parents, and students. Welcome to the 2024 National Junior Honor Society Induction Ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize the students who have been selected by our faculty for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NJHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among us, we hope that this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining in the members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. National Junior Honor Society is a national organization to recognize individual student academic achievement. The first chapter was established in Webster Groves High School in Missouri. The NJHS was established to create enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate a desire to render service, to promote leadership, to encourage responsible citizenship, and to develop character in the students of secondary schools. NJHS chapters are found in all 50 states, U.S. territories, and all around the world. Our chapter is proud to have been inducting new members since 1995, and with today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter have served as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which establish eligibility for our membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we have served our school and community through many activities, including raising awareness about breast cancer, helping the food pantry, and dedicating our time to community outlets through Blackstone and Millville. We are proud of our record and accomplishment and welcome these new members who bring new energy in support of our continuing work as NJHS members. This year, as a chapter, we have completed over 200 hours of service to our community in the 4 quarters of the school year. With the induction of these new members, we are confident that this commitment to our school and community will continue to be strengthened. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our speakers today to say a few words. Please welcome BMR Superintendent, Dr. Jason DeFalco.
Good morning. Am I the only one in here? Good morning. Nice to see everybody this morning. Thank you, Brendan, for that introduction and for highlighting the incredible work that our exiting National Junior Honor Society members have done. That is excellent leadership there. And congratulations to those students who are about to be inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. But before we get to that, I would like to take a moment to thank all of our families and our staff members who are here, because while our students do quite incredible and impressive work, there's a lot of folks behind them, cheering them on and guiding and helping them along their way. So if we could give a round of applause for our families and our staff, that'd be great. Thank you. And to our new inductees, and I think you're going to hear a lot about this morning, but there are key core values to being a member of this organization. And those are scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. Some of those are also part of our 5 C's, that we, as we refer to them, is part of our portrait of a graduate, and commitment that we've made to our school community, particularly 2 of those around character and citizenship. So there'll be lots more work to do in that space as you move on from here to BMR. But you're going to hear a lot about those core values this morning. So I'm not going to delve too deeply into those, but I do want to share with you the incredible role models that you've had in the 8th graders who are exiting. You know, we heard a little bit about the 200 hours of community service work and some of the ways in which that was done. It is evident that our current members of our National Junior Honor Society have really leaned into these values and have lived them. And you're going to get a lot of advice today, I'm sure, as you hear about each one of these. But I would strongly urge you to do what those before you have done, which is to really lean in to those values, particularly around the idea of service. sometimes it can be hard to do that because there's a lot that needs to be done in your own lives, in your own academics, your extracurriculars, but there is nothing more valuable than living a life of service and serving others. And again, you know, some of the work that the 8th grade has done, particularly giving back to our food pantry right here in town that does so much, not only for our towns of Blackstone and Millville, but also quite a bit for our school system is quite remarkable. So very grateful for the service you've done in that space, and would encourage you as you move forward to continue that type of service. The other piece I think that's really important to note, when it comes to the 5 different values that we cherish that are part of our Junior National Honor Society, it's easier to do those and to live those when people are watching. It's harder, right? It's harder when people aren't watching, and particularly the adults, right? Your parents and your teachers and members in your community. So, you know, I would leave you with that piece of really leaning into those values when no one's watching and doing the right thing, because we really are counting on ourselves and each other to do the right thing at all times, to help support one another and lift and lead each other. And whether you know it or not, you are all in formal leadership positions now. And I think that our exiting members would say the same, right? There's more of a kind of a microscope on you when you're in these formal leadership positions. And so you're taking on those responsibilities. And so it's going to be very important for you to ensure that you're not only living and leaning into these core values, you know, when you're in large groups and when you're in your organization with your peers and you're doing community service out in the town or towns, but also in those small, quiet moments, right? When you see a peer or a classmate that might be struggling in the hallway or struggling with some homework and there's no one really around, that you're leaning in and doing the right thing in those moments too. To our 8th graders who are exiting and moving forward to high school, I just wish you all much success, much luck in your future endeavors, and urge all of you to continue staying focused on the good work that you have done to get you here, because I know BMR has a chapter, a National Honor Society chapter, but I'm sure other high schools do as well. So, you know, please do continue living these core values, leaning into these core values, and aspiring for more and staying involved. You've had great role models, you've got big shoes to fill, and you also will be going to high school next year in 8th grade, which is quite incredible actually. So you will have great role models there with our BMR National Honor Society. So there's really quite an opportunity here for you to plug into, and I'm really excited to see the incredible work that you're going to do as you lead in this new space. And thank you in advance for your service and all that you will do for not just our school system, but for our 2 towns as well. And congratulations.
I would now like to welcome our principal, Mrs. Mary Drufrey.
Good morning. He got you primed and ready. Nice job. Here at BMR, we strive to live by the 5 C's: character, citizenship, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. NJHS promotes their 5 pillars: scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. It's not hard to see the connection. 2 of the pillars, character and citizenship, are a direct overlap. The NJHS pillar of scholarship, I am all kinds of staticky over here. The NJHS pillar of scholarship dovetails nicely with critical thinking. Leadership requires communication and collaboration. Being a good BMR student aligns with the values of National Junior Honor Society. The thing that makes NJHS stand out is service. National Junior Honor Society members conceptualize and execute service projects. So, 7th graders, I'd like you to start thinking about your service projects now. How will you serve your community? And remember that service doesn't have to be collecting money or supplies. Yesterday, we were lucky enough to have the presence of high school athletes who donated their time and energy to give students experiences with high school sports, right? And I'm seeing faces over here, they're like, that was awesome. They shared their passion and gifts with us. So I encourage you to give back by sharing your passions and your gifts. And even if you don't think you have any gifts, I guarantee you do. Seniors at the Senior Center would love for you to teach them how you navigate your phone so easily. Maybe you love to read. Maybe you could be a guest reader at the elementary schools. I challenge you to use your scholarship and critical thinking skills to find new and creative ways to make our community better by sharing your own special something with all of us. And 6th graders, you're invited today for a reason. We want you to see the wonderful leadership models in front of you and aspire to achieve this. You do not need to wait for a ceremony to give back to your community. What gifts and talents do you have, and how can you share them? Next year, you will have access to 5th and 6th graders, 4th graders, who are going to be looking up to you. Take advantage of that opportunity and distinguish yourself by caring for them and leading. Students, congratulations on earning this recognition. I cannot wait to see all the wonderful ways that you improve the BMR community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jufrey. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Frederick W. Hartnett Middle School chapter of the National Junior Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. We begin with scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning, a student willing to spend hours in reading and studying. Knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind, we should continue to learn even when formally education has ended. For human education only ends with the end of life. Knowledge is one of the greatest elements in life, which leads to the highest success. It can be acquired in only one way, through different diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp which we read the past, torching us to understand the present and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have been charged to continually expand their world through opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service.
This office is service. Service can be established in the routine of a day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is a quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. This membership is committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. I'd like to leave you all with one final quote from Anne Frank. How wonderful is it that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world.
Leadership.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is meaningful and a substantive charge to each of our members. A leader always does the right thing, even if it's hard. Leaders always encourage others to do their best. And finally, leaders are always needed and wanted, not only in the school and NJHS, but in the world, because leaderships always make a positive difference.
Character.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
And citizenship.
Citizenship, the obligation each member of our society faces to live up to the democratic ideals given to us by the founders of our country. The responsibilities each of us has to our home, community, our state, our nation, and our world are many. As good citizens, we are bound to live up to the laws and guidelines which unite us as civilized society. Good citizens work together to improve not only our lives, but the lives of our fellow citizens. Good citizenship requires that we remain strong and vigilant in protecting the freedoms and rights that have been granted to us and preventing injustice from entering our lives. We, the members of the chapter, are called to live up to the high standards of citizenship from this day forward.
At this time, will the new inductees please raise your right hand and repeat the pledge. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character. Thank you. You may be seated. And now, as your name is called, please step forward to receive your tokens of membership. Rosalie Breyer. Julia Bazell. Caden Chiponi. Connor DeFabio. Genivri Fanous. Benjamin Gilligan. Montana Haggerty. Erilyn Holmes. Tommy Ligon. Johnny Machado de Souza. Ivy Maloney. Annabelle Orcutt. Brandon Shippey. Macy Weber. And Kaylee Whiteman. The changing of the guard, by definition, represents a situation in which an individual or group is charged with a task is replaced by another individual or group. It is time to recognize and welcome the new guard for the 2024-2025 NJHS school year. Serving in the position of Service Learning Coordinator is Genivri Fanous. Serving in the position of Treasurer is Kaylee Whiteman. Serving in the position of Secretary is Rosalie Breyer. Serving in the position of Vice President is Erilyn Holmes. And the new president for the 2024-2025 NJHS school year is Ivy Maloney. Congratulations on your new positions. And now, please welcome our guest speaker, Representative Michael P. Soter from the 8th Worcester District, to say a few words.
Okay, one more time. Good morning, everybody. They're getting it, Dr. DeFalco, they're getting it. You had to get them going this morning. Well, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with all of you today. I love these ceremonies because you look at the future generation and you see that this world is full of hope when sometimes we get a lot of darkness around us that's happening around us. And throughout my district, an entire district, I always see those glimmers of hope in the future, in the next generation. And that is what today is about. It's just another glimmer of hope and something that is so special, not just here in Blackstone, Millville Regional, but also across my district, the Commonwealth, and across the country that we need more of. When you look at those 5 pillars, there's something in those 5 pillars, and it's a math formula. And all those 5 pillars equal to one thing: mentorship. You keep focused on those 5 pillars throughout your high school career, your college career, throughout your entire future. You become mentors in this world for a better place, leading the next generations behind you. Just like this group over here will be going off to high school and taking these 5 pillars, the one thing they're going to learn and take with them is a level of mentorship. They'll always be there for you in some form, to lean on, to ask questions, because not everything you're going to do is going to be easy. You're going to need that mentorship. Just like these students over here that are looking at you today, trying to figure out what they have to do to be part of this ceremony in the future. You're going to become mentors to them, as they will become mentors to those behind them. The most important mentors are right there. Lean on them. They are everything. Don't ever go it alone. Rely on them. As they got you here, they'll get you all the way through the future. Because they are the most important mentors. Your family, your friends, your guardians, and all those that are behind you every single day. And there's one more mentor in this room. You're very lucky to have a superintendent, Dr. DeFalco, who I've become very good friends with, not just because I'm a state representative, but I tell you, these 5 pillars, he practices that every single day with the staff, with the students, and even a state representative who can call him at any time and ask for advice, opinion, and give me some mentorship to guide and lead this Commonwealth forward as a state legislature. Congratulations to all of you. I am so proud of you. You're just another beacon of light when I go to Boston and talk about every single day. And I get the pleasures of all of you coming to visit me at some point at the State House while I'm there, because there's nothing better than showing off our students in our district, and you are a beacon of light and hope, and always remember that. God bless all of you and everything you do and all the endeavors moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative Soter. In closing, I'd like to thank our advisor, Ms. Finnegan, our principal, Mrs. Jufrey, our assistant principal, Dr. Laporte, our superintendent, Dr. DeFalco, and our guest speaker today, Representative Soter, for their support in this very important program. On behalf of the current membership, I would like to wish the 2024-2025 NJHS a successful and productive school year. To our current members, thank you for your hard work this year in NJHS. No matter which school you may be attending next year, please remember that community and service are the pillars that ground us. Please join me in thanking them with a round of applause. Before we conclude the ceremony, please welcome the 8th grade chorus to sing Shenandoah by Roger Emerson. Thank you all for attending our NJHS induction ceremony. In just a moment, the new inductees will recess, after which you are all invited to join us in the Media Center for light refreshments and photos. But before doing so, please join me once again in applauding all of our new Honor Society members. Thank you. And now, will everybody please stand as our newest members of the National Junior Honor Society recess.